What is that hair doing there? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaka. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about my experience as a lawyer. So as I told you guys in my previous videos, I'm a lawyer. I practice law here in Nigeria. I'm actually doing my NYSC right now, serving at a law firm here in Nigeria. And I've been practicing for 6 months now. So I was called to bar last year, November 2019. So November, December, January. December, January, February, March, April, May. So that's 6 months. Yeah. In my law firm, we mostly do litigation. We do civil litigation, criminal litigation, and corporate litigation, and property law. So this is my experience as a newly qualified lawyer. Having been in the bar for 6 months now, so this should be an interesting review and experience. So a little disclaimer out there. First of all, this is not a general experience or review. This is just my own personal experience. I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for myself. So I just wanted to put that out there so that so you guys don't generalize it. So this is just for my own personal experience. Let's get right into the video. So I'm going to split this video into my peaks and my pits. So basically the good parts, the good experiences I've had and the bad experiences I've had, and in between I would also be giving tips on like what to do and what not to do, like, or how you can make your experience better, or what I have learned from, or the regrets that I had that you guys can also not make when you are in practice, or if you're already in practice as you continue practicing. I hope that makes sense. I know you guys are smart subscribers. I know you guys are intelligent people, so you guys will understand what I'm talking about. So let's get right into the video. So the first good part about practicing law so far, I have improved my professional skills. Letter writing, drafting, law office management, managing case files, problem solving, confidence, organization skills, multitasking, ability to work under pressure. So yeah, I've learned how to draft more. Letter writing, very important. Letter writing to court registrars, liaising with court registrars, filing of court processes, serving court processes. If you're still in university, you're studying law, you're in university, or you might not really understand exactly all these things, but obviously if you're in law school, you would be able to understand it. But yeah, so these are the professional skills that I have learned so far while working as a litigation lawyer. So the second thing is that I have improved on my advocacy skills. So I feel like advocacy skills are very, very important, because if you're a litigation lawyer, you have to go to the courts and represent your clients. It's different from if you're like an in-house counsel, for example, where all you do is like paperwork. You help clients to draft their processes, or register companies for them, or do like things that you can only do at your office. But if you're a litigation lawyer, it means that you actually go into the court to litigate for your client. So you have to have good advocacy skills, and I feel like I have been improving on my advocacy skills. There are some simple things that they don't teach you in law school. For example, that you have to fill your list of counsel. You have to prepare a list of counsel. For example, if you're going to Supreme Court or Court of Appeal, you cannot write the list of counsel down on a paper or something and give it to them. It looks more professional if you type it out and print it out. List of counsel, head the name of the court, and put the name of the parties between this, and then list of counsel for the first appellant, or list of counsel for the first plaintiff or the first defendant, and you write down the list and you put the date, dated this dash day of dash. So yeah, I've learned how to fill cause lists, because sometimes I've been in court and maybe a particular counsel came late and did not fill the cause list, and the judge was like, why did you come late? You want to have good court etiquette so that you're not found wanting or found breaking or disobeying the court of law or anything like that. So yeah, so these are simple things that I've learned to do. Also, like saving seats for your seniors when you go to court. You can't just come and stroll into court and be like, oh yes, what case are we having today? No, you have to prepare beforehand, read the case before that day, make sure you know what's going on in that case. Make sure the file is organized for your senior, whoever that is taking the case. Also, be able to carry the file. Just be respectful. Carry the file for your senior counsel, your senior colleague. When the case is over, carry the file out as well back to the office. So just simple things, simple like court etiquette that they won't really teach you at law school that I have learned so far. And yeah, and it has improved my advocacy skills, you can say that. So the third thing that I have learned so far and has been a good experience for me is that I have widened my knowledge in certain areas of law. We all know that law has vast areas like criminal law, civil law, corporate law, employment law, company law, this, that, so many areas. So usually in my law firm, sometimes, you know, my managing partner can ask me to do like a review of this particular law, a tax law, or read up on like, for example, banking and finance case law reports. Banking and finance case law reports are basically just reports of cases that deal with only banking and financial disputes. Currently I'm reading, I'm currently doing an analysis of an evidence law textbook, so I'm widening my knowledge now on evidence law. So it has actually widened my knowledge of certain areas of law. And I think that one thing to also note is that when you go into practice, the learning does not stop. The reading does not stop. I had that thing in mind as well, because I knew that after law school I was so drained. I was like, you know what, I'm done. I have my bachelor's degree now. I have, you know, everything. I'm just done. I just want to go and practice law. But no, you have to keep on reading. You have to keep on learning. You have to keep on developing yourself, invest in yourself by reading things or watch the news, you know, find out what's going on around the world, things that the law related issues in the world that, you know, that lawyers will talk about, that can tackle from a law and a lawyer's perspective. So it's reading is never ending. You have to keep on continue reading to be able to stay in the game. So yeah. So the fourth thing that I have learned is on legal research. Guys, I thought that I was good at legal research until I started practicing as a lawyer at my law firm. So honestly, legal research is so important, especially if you are a young lawyer. If you're just starting, most times the law firms will not really entrust you to do like major big works, like for example drafting, like on originating summons or writ of summons or drafting processes. But what they can actually ask you to do is research. So you have to actually be good at doing research. So you need to learn how to read. You need to know exactly where to go to. So if they ask you, okay, this is the case I'm looking for, this is the circumstance that I want you to find. For example, now they can ask you, find out circumstances where the court can refuse to entertain or no case answer submission because of one reason or the other. Then you have to know where to look for those things, so that you're quick, so that you do a good job, you produce a good work, and you also do that within the time period that they give you, which is very important. So I know of Law Pavilion. Law Pavilion is like the electronic law reports where you can literally type out cases, type out like instances or phrases, and it can quickly give you, you know, a lot of cases that talk about it. Nigerian weekly law reports, or Federation weekly law reports, Sasha Bonds law reports, laws of Federation. There's so many. Like it's good to like familiarize yourself with all these law reports, and you know, several places that you can find Nigerian cases, even online on Google. So for me, sometimes like when I go to my law firm, I just go to the library and I will just stand and be looking at all the books. I'm like, okay, this is the Harvard's law, this is LexisNexis, this is this. So that at least you just have an idea. If someone tells you, go and bring this particular text, you're like, I don't know where this is. So you know exactly where, you know, to find a particular case, or to find exactly what they've asked you to research on. So which is very important. Legal research is very important as a young lawyer. I've realized that from experience so far. So yeah, the next thing that I have is interpersonal relationships and communication in your law profession. So this is very important, although I am slacking a bit, because you have to be active on like MBA, go for MBA meetings, you know, go for several like conferences, MBA conferences. If a particular lawyer in another law firm organizes an event, like a networking event, social networking event, it's important to go, you know, let yourself know. I feel like the law profession is it's a profession where networking is key, because that's how people know you. If you want to run for offices, if you want to get clients, if you want to get cases, if you want to work together with other people, you know, that are already big in the game, it's very important to get yourself out there so that you'll know, not just go to the office and come back home every day. Try as much as possible to mingle as much as you can. But while also at the office, it's also important to maintain like a good relationship with your co-workers. I've learned how to work as a team, because sometimes they pair me with my other senior colleagues or my fellow junior colleagues to maybe work on a particular law that just came up. For example, the new Finance Act 2020. I was paired with some of my senior work colleagues, amazing work colleagues, to work on that. So yeah, so it teach you. I've learned how to work as a team. I've learned how to communicate with my co-workers in a respectful and diplomatic way. So it's very important to have interpersonal skills. These are part of things that would also make your experience more enjoyable. You don't want to feel like, oh my god, I'm going to work today, this is stressful. Another aspect to interpersonal relationships and communications at the workplace is that you need to learn how to persevere, learn how to motivate yourself. Because for example, sometimes you might do a work, might not be great, or sometimes things can happen in the office that might just put you off wrongly. So you need to learn how to motivate yourself. You don't want to be someone that every time this person is down, any little small thing they tell you or they correct you, or be like, I can't do this, I'm bad, I'm not good at what I'm doing, or anything like that. You need to persevere. You need to have self motivation. You need to learn. You need to have self motivation. I've also learned how to leadership skills as well. I've learned that the ability to multitask, because sometimes they can tell you, Amaka, do this research. While you're doing this research, go and file these documents, go and do a photocopy, go and print this out, go and type this for me. So you need to learn how to multitask, how to organize your time, how to manage your time. Very, very, very important. Yeah, so I've learned that as well. So just a lot of interpersonal, effective communication, multitasking, leadership skills, working as a team, self-motivation and perseverance. I've learned all this in discipline. Yeah, so yeah, really, really important, employable and transferable skills that can help you, anywhere you go to work. So yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very grateful to have learned all of these things so far. So this enough of my good experiences. So now I'm going to go to my not so good experiences. One thing I would say is working long hours. I mean, this might not be a bad experience for some people, because some people might actually be comfortable with working from 8 a.m. to probably 8 p.m. in the night. But I mean, sometimes obviously it's needed when there's work to do at the office, if there's a deadline that needs to be met, if there's a client's case that's coming up urgently and we need to be at the office. That is obviously necessary, and we need to do that. But just like in a general spectrum, I didn't really expect it to be a situation where literally the whole of your week is taken. Most of your time in the week is taken. So just bear that in mind if you're going into practice, that you need to sacrifice your time, sacrifice your sleep, because sometimes you have to do work overnight. Sacrifice your time, sacrifice your sleep to be able to get work done and do a good job at where you're working, and be a good and accountable, responsible lawyer. Second thing I have here is that litigation in Nigeria is not very organized. So just prepare your mind, because it can be quite frustrating and annoying sometimes. Usually because sometimes, for example, if I'm representing the plaintiff and another lawyer is representing the defendants, the defendant's lawyer may not be as responsible and hardworking as you are. So we might come to court and the defendant's lawyer is asking for dates to put his house in order, or asking for a date to do one thing or the other that he should have already done before coming to court that particular day. So it's not a fast process. It's something that you have to have the perseverance to bear, because it is not like cases that have been still in the court system waiting to get judgment on for years, 5, 10, 15 years to come. So just bear that in mind, that it is not like it's not like an easy way to get judgment, or it's not a fast procedure. Things can be slow and frustrating and unorganized sometimes. So bear that in mind. So another thing I want to talk about, which is actually important thing that a lot of people shy away from, which is salary. So, I mean, it depends on where you're working, it depends on what you're doing exactly, but a general overview. This is a very, very general overview. The general overview is that lawyers in Nigeria are not actually paid that well. We all know that obviously that if you're starting off as a lawyer, you can't expect to have millions in your account or anything like that. You have to, grow your way into your money. That's what we always say. Grow your way into your wealth and your success. However, I feel like being compared to other professions, for example, now the doctors, we are kind of, bottom barrels, and that is sad, but that is just the reality of the situation. So I'll advise you that if you're looking for where to work, especially maybe after law school, you're doing your NYC, or if you've already done your NYC, starting work, as a full-time lawyer, having gone through law school, as a newly qualified lawyer, I think that you should be very, very strategic about where you want to work. Maybe ask questions, make sure you know how much they are paying at that particular law firm that you want to work at, and work towards meeting their goals, the goals for that particular law firm that you want to work at, so that you end up getting that job. So yeah, so just bear that in mind, that you need to ask questions, you need to be strategic, you need to be hardworking, you need to have a plan. Don't just say, oh, when I come back from law school, I'm going to work anywhere. No, you might end up working somewhere that they will not pay you 1 naira, and that happens. That is in existence, actually. So please make sure that you have a plan and you have a strategy on how to make good money when you come out of law school or when you are practicing as a lawyer in Nigeria. So so those are all my not so good experiences that I've had so far. In general, I've thoroughly enjoyed my experience as a newly qualified lawyer in Nigeria. As one thing I would say is that the law profession is a service profession. So this was the advice my uncle gave me. Said that the law profession is a service profession. So you have to be prepared to serve your clients, serve your clients, not just your clients, serve your clients, serve your work colleagues, serve the people that that employed you, your principal, your managing partners, everybody, your senior colleagues. So it's like a service profession. You need to give your all to it. If this is something that you want to do, if it's something that you're passionate about, something that you really see yourself going further and going high in the future, just bear in mind that it's a service profession and that you have to sacrifice a lot. You need to work extremely hard to be able to get what you want, because things cannot be handed over to you on a plate, on a platter of gold. You have to actually work for yourself. I don't know of any lawyer that things are just given to them straight away. Every single lawyer I know that has made it to the top now and that are staying at the top, like people that have longevity, they actually worked hard for it. So yeah, so that's just my advice as well to anyone watching that is in law school or is in university, or even my fellow new wigs as well that are watching as well. Yeah, so this is the end of the video. I hope this video would be able to help somebody out there that is thinking of practicing law in Nigeria, or is a newly qualified lawyer, or someone that is still in law school or still in university and is looking forward to practicing law. So I hope this my 6 months update has encouraged, inspired, and motivated you to finish your university, finish your law school, and come to practice, which is a fun experience. This law profession is an amazing profession. Forget what anyone tells you that, oh, lawyers are this, lawyers are that. It is an amazing profession. It's a reputable, respectable profession. If you go anywhere and you tell them, oh, I'm a lawyer, they'll be like, ooh, wow. They don't do that for other professions. They don't. I hope this video has helped you guys, and I hope it was enjoyable to watch as well. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you leave a comment. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.